That's interesting. And one of the questions I have is, how do you prevent yourself from sort of over trading? What do you do when you're not actually trading? What does that all look like for you? Because I know a lot of traders out there and listening probably have an issue where they're over trading and they're looking every single day for a setup that they're familiar with so they can hammer the button and be in a trade and all the excitement that comes with it. So how do you prevent that from happening?
So besides tracking what trades that worked out, I think it's important for traders to track their behavior on the losing days. So what I found out from my personal performance is that on the red days, I tend to have way more trades than the green days. So that's when I realized, okay, like, let's say my green days, for example, average about 5 trades. And on my red days, I'll have 10. So that's when I realized, okay, like I tend to try too hard on the red days. So let's say if I'm long bias on the red days, it probably just means the entire environment is not favoring longs. Like today, market sold off, right? So today is not the day for me to try to buy the dip or trying to like, buy those reversals. So it's about understanding that and kind of actually track your day-to-day performance and analyze the red days and your losers versus winners. So I know that. So on my red days, I tend to trade, 2x more trades than I should. And then also track how much money that has lost you because of that. So I know that I used to lose a lot of money on those red days where each one of the trade will be, my proper risk. But just because I overtrade, there'll be 10 trades instead of five, that risk amount definitely got blown out. So once you see how much money you're losing because of that, then I think naturally you'll kind of remember that and start, trading less. So nowadays on my red days, I have this rule that if I have three, maximum four red trades in a row, I know this is just not my day, and I'll stop before I get to that point where I just keep on trying and trying to make something work. Where today's just not the day for my kind of strategies.
That's interesting. And do you stop for the day and basically shut down, you know, the computer for the most part and take a walk? Is that sort of how you handle those situations so that you don't, get an even more red day?
That really depends on how disciplined I am in the morning. I mostly trade until about 12, the latest market time. And sometimes if I'm really disciplined, I stopped after 2 or 3 trades in the morning. And I look at the market, I follow my rules in the morning. Then that's for me. If there's something else in the afternoon, I will still trade it knowing that in the morning I was disciplined, I followed those rules. So if there's opportunity in the afternoon, then I will take it. If it's a good opportunity. If it's a setup that fits. But if I broke all the rules in the morning, there's no way I'm gonna follow it in the afternoon. So that's when I actually shut it off and don't even look at the market anymore. So there's a lot of like depends on how well it performed, not in terms of P&L, but in terms of if I traded my setups, follow my rules in the earlier part of the day, then I'll give myself permission to trade it afternoon.
Speaking of morning and afternoon, is there a certain time of day where you are more active? It sounds like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you spend a lot of your focus and energy on the mornings. Do you ever
Mhm.
trade, the afternoons or the end of day at all? Or is 12 o'clock basically your cutoff time no matter what?
I think it's because I started out trading part time. So I'm on the West Coast. So market opens at 6:30 a.m. my time, and I need to be done by 8:30. So I think it's because of that nature. Most of my strategies I've developed and traded over the years are mostly pertains to the first half of the day. But starting in 2022, just because last year market was quite difficult, I've started doing some afternoon strategies where I'll long the reversals. So only that one particular strategy, if I trade it, then I'll be trading that in the afternoon. And only one long strategy for that. And one short is when a small cap very extended, when it sells off for the entire day. Then I wouldn't necessarily place new trades in the afternoon, but I'll definitely stick around to watch my position and watch it unwind if I'm deciding to hold it through the rest of the day. So I will stick around for that. But yeah, to answer your question, 90% of my trades are placed in the first half of the day, in the morning.